What is the most important element of marketing? Sun Tzu said that the battle is always won before we set foot on the battlefield. What he's talking about there is having a strategy, knowing that the effort that you go to is strategically important. Otherwise, it's just noise. If you're engaging in all sorts of marketing activities and doing this and doing that, and somebody comes in and says, hey, you should go try this, and you're doing this without a strategy. Strategy is absolutely the most important part of any activity, whether it's your operations, whether it's what is going into your menu, whether it's what your building looks like, any of those kinds of things. So I'm going to give you just a really quick tutorial on how to build a strategy. A strategy is something that you do relative to your competitors. You're going to try to figure out what it is that your competitor's strategy is. This isn't as hard as it sounds. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to create a traditional graph, the L-shaped graph. And up the side, I want you to put low and high. And across the bottom, I want you to make little 45-degree hash marks, and I want you to write in each one of those line items what it is that your competitor does that strikes you as interesting in any way. So just walk up to the building and say, well, they have signage. Is signage of low importance or of high importance to that competitor? If it's high, put a tick mark up on your graph in the high area right above where you put signage. I want you to go across and fill this out, as much information as you can glean about your competitor. So you do their signage, maybe something about their parking lot, something about their front door, something about their foyer, the way the restaurant looks inside, all of those kinds of things. But when it comes to their straight up marketing, are they doing Facebook? Are they doing newspaper ads? Are they doing radio ads? Are they doing television ads? Anything that gets their message out, make note of how they're doing it. There are table tents in their restaurant, suggesting people like them on Facebook or join them on Twitter or do reviews for them. Make a note. What you'll get when you're all done is a graph that kind of shows you what is important for that competitor. Then turn around and do the exact same thing for yourself, but in exactly the same way. And the idea is you're going to overlay these two graphs, one on top of the other, and you'll be able to see where you're strong and where you're weak, or where you're weak and where they're strong types of comparisons. You can figure out how to identify areas where maybe they're not focusing, and you can focus on that area. And that's the strategy, focusing on an area where the competitors are not focusing. One of the most important things is kind of go where the enemy is not. Go there and make a big deal out of something that they're not making a big deal out of. What you're really doing is preying on their weaknesses. So this is a good way to start building a strategy, but it's also a good way to understand your competitors. I would do it with as many people as you possibly can. Do it with restaurants you really admire. Maybe it's clear across town, you don't really consider them a competitor, or maybe they're across the country. A place that you went in and you're like, wow, I'd really like my place to be like that. Break it down into the most minute detail. Do they have a great menu? Are the descriptions great? Do they have good photographs on their menu? Whatever it was that kind of appealed to you or whatever, make sure you know what these things are and overlay whether that's low or high importance to them and what it is to you right now. It'll help you figure out what areas you want to focus on. Good luck. Hey, if you like this video, there's over 20 more of them. All you got to do is go to this website, type in www, here, let me help you, www. Just enter the website, go there, totally free, enjoy yourself.